Hello friends, and welcome back to my crafty space. In today's video, I'm going to be working on Project Life Week 44 in my 2018 album. This week was finally the week of Halloween, and one of my most favorite weeks of the year because not only did it cover Halloween, but it also ended with our Dia de los Muertos celebration. So I have a bunch of photos here ready to document. I've got my journaling already printed on my journaling cards, and most of the cards this time are from the 2018 Project Stories, not Project Life, the 2018 Stories by the Month collection from Allie Edwards, the October themed one. So if you are curious about that, that's where you can find that. I believe that'll be the 2017 digital one, which I'll link in the description for you. I also have a couple from the Storytelling Basics collection, and the journaling I printed straight on my cards from Photoshop, which I also have a tutorial that I link in all of my video descriptions. So if you're looking for that, you can find that down there. In addition to the cards and photos, I have the remaining bits and pieces of my October themed chipboard. There's not a ton left here, but there should be enough that I'll probably be able to use most of them on this layout and only have a few of them go back into my stash. I also have the star chipboard stickers from the Great Outdoors collection and an older tiny phrase sticker sheet, which was from one of the October themed collections or kits, but I don't remember which one. But that's what we're going to be using today. So let me go ahead, get you going on fast forward, and let's dive into today's layout. All right, so let's get started by taking my title card here and adding my date stamps to this card. I've really enjoyed using the This Week journaling card across most of my album this year. It's made a lot of the decisions for the layouts really easy for me. So I've gone ahead and put both of my dates on there, putting them towards the edges of that little label area so I can stick something in between it later as a date separator. Now that I have that done, we'll go ahead and lay out all of my photos and journaling cards where I want them to go. For this week, I am using mostly black and orange just because it is the week of Halloween, so that makes a lot of sense to me. But I also threw in some of those brown tones as well, just because it played off really nicely. You know, it's a medium in between the orange and the black. Like it feels like if you mix those two colors together, that's the color you would get. So it makes total sense in my head that the brown tone would work in this layout as well. Next, I'm going to go ahead and start embellishing. The first thing I did is I took one more of the 3x4 journaling cards that just had a sentiment in the middle of it. It says something along the lines of trying my best not to eat all of the candy in the house. And what I did is I punched that out, I believe with a 2.5-inch punch, but it also may have been a 2-inch. I can't quite remember the exact size, but I oriented the text towards the right side of the circle because I knew that I wanted to put it on a photo and cut part of it off. So you can see it on the photo there with the chipboard on top of it where it's a little bit more than a half a circle, but it doesn't take up as much room on the photo by having it interact with the edge of the photo like that. Then I'm going to go through my chipboard pieces and find ones that will work on the majority of this layout. I'm also going to pull in a little bit more of that brownish tone with one of the chipboard pieces up on the photo of Izzy and I making our pan de muerto bread. I had pulled over some of my tiny phrase stickers to potentially add to this layout. These ones were Halloween themed, but the problem I had with them is that they seemed a little too wide and took up too much room on the photos. It was basically interfering with whatever was happening on the photo. So I decided to forego those, put those back, and then I will actually later pull out my Tim Holtz, I think it's called Tiny Talk or Small Talk. I think it's Small Talk. And those ones, they have a couple of sheets of white with black writing and then a couple of sheets of black with white writing. And I'm going to go for the black with the white writing, finding some that will make sense on most of my photos here. So in terms of the photos that I am documenting this week, the first couple photos that I am covering up, oh, there you can see it, are from when we carved our pumpkin. We carved a cat into our pumpkin this year. And then we also decorated the outside of our house with lights and then put our pumpkin out there. So that's kind of the first two pictures. The next set there are from the daytime Halloween trick-or-treating around our hometown. So we went with our neighbors this year to all of the downtown shops, and they all offer candy to the kids. It was super, super fun for an activity with them. Then the next two are from the actual Halloween trick-or-treating in the evening. I've got a picture of Aaron and Izzy heading out. Jonah and I stayed behind and handed out candy at our house just because he was, you know, just about a month old or a little over a month old. So he wasn't old enough to go take him out for trick-or-treating that late at night. And then the last set of pictures, there are 3 of them there, are from celebrating Dia de los Muertos, which is basically a holiday of remembrance of our family members who have passed. And it's something that we celebrate every year. And I believe this was the very first year that we started celebrating. So, we just have some pictures of baking bread, which is one of the traditions that we have and one of the traditions of the holiday itself. And then we have a family picture where we put on our masks and we were next to our ofrenda and just kind of documenting our whole family in that moment. So super love those pictures. A lot of these ones I also have documented in my October Daily album. But I don't mind having the crossover and having a lot of these pictures here as well, since this is my annual project. So that way I don't have any holes in my annual project. I do both October and December, even though I have daily projects, and that doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me at all. So I'm just going to stick a couple more of these chipboard pieces on here and then call this layout done. All right, friends, that completes my layout for today. Super, super love this one. Those of you who know me know that I love October. I love Halloween. I love Dia de los Muertos. So these spreads are just giving me life. And I am actually putting these together towards the end of August when I am getting amped up and ready for October Daily. So it just makes me really excited for these fall months to finally be here. I hope that you enjoyed seeing this one come together today, and I hope that it inspires you to pull out some of your projects and work on some of those this week as well. And if not, I hope that it at least gets you excited for the fall months to come as well. All right, friends, I'm going to be back again later this week with some additional Project Life videos, and looking forward to finishing this album with you this month. All right, well, until next time, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, friends.